Jailhouse Betty! August 22nd. It's one of the comments I made that got me arrested while I was in Florida. I remember I opened my mouth and I got arrested for speaking. So let's make sure we understand exactly what I got arrested for, okay? It wasn't for stalking people, it wasn't for harassing people, it wasn't for threatening people. It was for hashtags and me threatening to civilly sue the people. Obviously not a physical threat of life. So there's going to be some major problems with that. Because at the end of the day, I know what happened. You all know what happened because you guys watched it in real time. We know where my commentary is. We know I've never crossed the line with my commentary. We know I've never threatened these people. We know I've never threatened them with any type of weapon. So it's like, you know, everything is obvious. I mean, you can just go to my channel and watch through it. And what do you get? You get me losing my, after being stalked, I say some rough around the edges things. So what? I'm allowed to. You know that the Constitution, the First Amendment, actually allows me to be repugnant. It's still protected, whether you like it or not. It is still protected speech. And the fat cows that deserve to be called fat cows, they're a little butthurt Betty, okay? They're a little butthurt Betty. They didn't get their way, nor are they going to. These are felon people that do criminal acts. They perpetrate criminal acts, and then they act like, oh, I didn't do it, right? So at the end of the day, they didn't get what they wanted. I'm not going to jail, okay? I just want to be very clear on that. We're not going to jail. So if you're coming to court on the 10th to see me going to jail, you're going to be crying much like you were today. You know what they're passing around? They're passing around that I went to jail for stalking somebody, for violating my protective order and stalking somebody and going onto their property. No, I got arrested for hashtags and threatening to sue someone. I'm telling you, Betty's always right. Why don't you guys just realize it already? Good. Oh, you're welcome. It comes with a cost. This business comes with a cost. Oh, Nick is up in the house. It's nice to see you, Nick. God bless you. Nick, you need to look into these people. They're all felons that are doing all this to you, all this to the team, everybody. They're felon channels. This is what people, when people are in tight spots or have done some criminal activity or need protection, they go to these criminal channels. These are channels that are ran by felons. These are felons that can't even get, they can't even be a representative at the Slurpee counter of a 7-Eleven. That's how bad the records are. We are keeping it to the facts. That's what the problem is there's a whole party that doesn't like the real facts and they don't like them being known. They want them to shovel under a rug. And I'm sorry, we're not doing it. We're not the ones. You know, I've never been in jail for 30 days before, but if it comes down to my constitutional rights or imprisonment, I'm going to jail. I will tell you that. There are just some things worth fighting for. And that will be the biggest protest that I will ever do. And I will tell you that straight up. So all these people then, and you know, because I've come to Jesus with it, I know it's not going to happen. Gave Sumner County Sheriff's Office the Cold Case Foundation information for them to reach out to them. Well, you know, Seth, wish in one hand and poop in the other. Figure out which one fills up faster. I know I didn't commit any crimes. I know I've done nothing that they've said I've done. So I feel like that, you know, once the judge hears the true facts, I don't see how he's going to be able to keep these in place. And again, this was just the county trying to control Bullhorn Betty's mouth. And at the end of the day, they have no authority to do that. I'm an American citizen. This is America. And I cannot believe that one county believes that we are a third world country or China, where they can control and dictate what comes out of somebody's mouth. They don't have to like my commentary, but you know what? Law enforcement can change the damn channel too. Just saying. Just saying. But what you don't get to do is lie, and you don't get to lie to a judge. So we're going to keep going down this road. We're going to keep talking about Sebastian. Sebastian is front and center, and he should be. So we're going to continue to be here. We're going to continue to support Seth and Tony. Great people, by the way. Great people. I don't give a rat's ass what anybody on these YouTube streets say. These people, like, they don't know these people. Okay? They can talk some mad cash crap about everybody, but one thing they can't talk about is Tony and Seth. They're great people. Seth is a strong man. Does he falter every now and again? He's a father that's missing his freaking son. It's been 7 months. You go without your kid. Send your kid off up the street for 7 months. Have somebody hide your child and you not know where your child is. That's all he cares about. That man had to sit in that courtroom knowing that his ex was there. And he has so many questions for this woman that refuses to speak to him or help him in any way locate his son. Meanwhile, condemning him and his entire team with the use of these felon content creators that want to do nothing but hurt him. Hurt him. Did you hear that, vile bitch? The beach whale? Did you hear her crap coming out of her mouth today? She can't wait until somebody hurts me. I can tell you the stuff she says, the threatening stuff she says, I've never said out of my voice. Maybe it's time for her to go to jail for the threats, right? The harassment. Maybe it's time for her to have a protective order on her since she wants to hurt Seth so bad. Just saying, what's good for the goose? We could do this all day long. If this was legit, do you know how many people would be in jail right now for attacking Seth? Just think about it. If this is really the way it is in Tennessee, there's a lot of content creators that are about to get shackled up. Shackled up. So we're clipping all of that because I think that's threatening content. And, it just shows you that criminals will continue to be criminals. I don't really care about that lady, Stephanie. I also want receipts for the billboards. She can fly a kite. She can get bent. She ain't no Betty, I can tell you that. If you don't know who Beached Whale is, and she's like, oh my God, she can't be talking about the weight if she looks like that. Well, baby, you got to see my ass today, and I can guarantee you, I'm about, I don't know, a tenth of you? Just saying. I think my whole body could fit on your thigh. Just saying. It's just saying, we like fluffy over here, but we like nice fluffy people, not vile fluffy people. Actually, we don't like vile whales. 3 years. This is the worst state for children. This is the worst state for cases, and they don't know how to try a circumstantial case, which I don't have any faith in DAs that can't charge a circumstantial case. Like, it takes skill. If you ain't got the skill, just acknowledge you ain't got the skill. But it takes skill. But if every other state in the country can do circumstantial cases, why can't the state of Tennessee? Out of humanity, she did say you were small. I nearly had a stroke. But then she was backed up with tiny. She's like, oh my God, she shouldn't be calling anybody beached whales looking like that. Well, baby, you got to see my ass today, and I can tell you I got a lot of room to talk. Just saying. Not playing. You can pray with me, but don't play with me, babe. Without this army, this case would have gone nowhere.